So, Formula E is back next weekend from the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, of course, home of both the Mexican E-Prix and the Mexican Formula 1 Grand Prix. They've got the all-new Gen 3 cars out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try and get more into Formula E again. Yeah, I watched some races here and there last year. I sort of always go in and out of it. I enjoy it before Formula 1 starts up and then kind of forget about it as we get into the proper Formula 1 season. But yeah, this year with the new Gen 3 cars, I'm really going to try and make sure I watch more of Formula E. Now, one of the big things that they've always prided themselves on was the social media aspect. You know, Formula E for a very, very long time, before Liberty Media came into Formula 1, absolutely smashed Formula 1 out of the park with subscribers. It wouldn't have surprised me if Formula E at one point had more subs on YouTube than Formula 1. That's just how bad a job Formula 1 was doing for a very, very long time. Many of you won't remember this or know about this, but yeah, Formula 1 pre-2018 was awful in that regard. But yeah, Formula E though, like I said, you know, they've always been big on their social media. They've always been big on, you know, trying to keep things up to date and things like that. So with a new generation of cars, this is probably the best time to really try and hype up everything, you know, your drivers, your teams, everything like that. And if you head to the official Formula E website, it's a bit of a weird ghost town. I don't know really what's going on, but for example, if you look at the drivers list, most of them aren't here. Now, I don't know whether their website's having issues as well, because I've loaded in once, and for example, DaCosta, Jake Dennis, and Lucas di Grassi, they all had their pictures loaded. But no one's here. It's just some weird kind of logo shapes that I don't even know how to describe them. But yeah, nothing loads properly. And I'm just noticing as well now, whilst recording this, on Streamlabs, I can see a little silhouette where the driver pictures are. If you go on their website, you can't see that either. It's just completely faded into the background. So very, very weird from Formula E. I don't quite know what's going on. If you look on the teams page, it's very much a similar story. Now, the stats are all up to date and everything like that, or I'm guessing they're all up to date. You know, they've got which drivers are where and all this, that, and the other. But the site just seems really badly optimized and missing a lot of quite critical data, because let's say you're a new Formula E fan and you know, say for example you've got a car or something like that. There we go. This time round, all the driver profiles have loaded up absolutely fine. It's just bizarre, the fact that a lot of this stuff isn't just working every time. Now, that genuinely is the first time I've ever had everything load up as it was meant to, so of course when you're recording, that's always what's going to happen. But what on earth is going on with Formula E at the moment? You'd feel like there'd be a lot bigger of a push to make sure things like this were fixed. And you also, obviously, again, one of the big things they prided themselves on is sort of how to watch the races and everything like that. If we go back over to the Mexico E-Prix, again, races, there we go, I'm useless with their website. There's very little info about how you can actually watch it. Now, of course, you get to find out your local time and all things like that. So I know, for example, in the UK, it's going to be 3 minutes past 2, race kickoff next weekend. But apparently on their app, it's the same story. You can't find out where to watch it. Of course, I don't know if it's the same elsewhere in the world, but in the UK, sometimes it's on Channel 4, other times it's been on YouTube. It's always been a bit of a mess in that regard, but very, very weird the way Formula E is working as we head into the Gen 3 era, Season 8, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below whether you're going to be overlooking this and watching Formula E next weekend. But I thought it was quite funny and something I just wanted to make a quick video on.